Hello, good morning, badasses, and welcome to the Tash Talks live show. Coming live from my car, as literally in half an hour, I am going for a 90-minute massage. Some time to just R&R, and I cannot freaking wait. So I wanted to kind of hop on here first, and let's talk about setting goals. But not just like in the normal kind of traditional way of setting goals. Because one thing I get asked quite a lot from my audience is how I set goals, big, massive, audacious goals. As you know, like I'm not here to play small, nor are you. There's a reason why you're in my world. There's a reason why you work with me. There's a reason why you're in this badass group. Like there's a reason, okay? And it's because I'm not here to play small, and nor are you. We're not here to do the normal, logical, step by step of what we think we should do. No, we're here to play it massively. We're here to go freak the freaking rules. This is where I'm right now, and why can't I get to this point? And why can't I get to this point? And why can't I get to this point? Like, we're not here to go, I can't do this. We're here, we're go-getters, we're leaders. We've got these ambitious, massive, audacious, fat, bold freaking goals, and we're ready to go for this. So I kind of want to share how I set these goals, but also how I don't feel pressure by these goals. Hello, hey Becky. Say hello in the chat box when you jump on. I love seeing you guys jump on, and love guys you see when you watch this in the replay. So of course, if you watch this in the replay, do hashtag or replay. And something I kind of want to riff on is this. I remember when I first started my business, like the 10K months was like the holy grail. Like if you were making £10,000 in your business, you were literally like that's what it was like. And when you're starting off, like that's the kind of goal that you wanted to get to. And then from there you went to then grow it to 15K, 20K, 25K, and so on and so forth. Now I feel like the game's completely different. I feel like 100K months is now like the 100K year. This is what and this is what's incredible about this industry, is because it sets the bar for us and it makes it even more achievable. So when you think you first starting off, and when I first started off, there wasn't people around me talking about 10K months apart from like a few people. And then obviously they were the coaches that I went and hired to work with. Now I feel like more people are speaking about making 50K, 100K months, like cash months. And they're making it sound really kind of easy and doable. And they're making it sound really achievable, which is exactly the type of energy you want to be around. You don't want to be around energy of people that it's really hard, business is tough. Oh my goodness, if you made 10K this month, then how are you going to make it next month? Or you made it, you peaked, that's it, and then you drop down. Or you're going to have to go to 11K and 12K, and you're going to have to slowly make it. No. Like I know people that went from 10K to 100K months in a year. In a year, they were making 10K months, and she's now at 100K months. Cash. Can I just add that is cash, not revenue. Cash in the freaking bank. I'm not talking payment plans. They're sales. Okay. I'm talking cash that you can physically see in your account. So firstly, what I would say to you is you need to get into that energy of anything is freaking possible. And if there's blocks that are coming up for you where you think it's possible for Tash, but it's not possible for me, it's possible for her, but it's not possible for me, we have got the perfect challenge for you. I'm doing a challenge next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's going to be live in Slack, and it's called Scrap the Strategy. So I'm going to be teaching you over these next 3 days of next week how to dive into, to have the awareness around what is actually blocking you, what is stopping you. Then we're going to actually shift it. Then we're actually going to work into the next section of that, which is actually shifting it. And then we're going to work into, so you stepping into that CEO baddie version of yourself. Like you are going to leave this challenge next week feeling unstoppable, feeling like, oh my goodness, like I'm playing way too small in 10K. Like I'm calling in 20K cash months. Like that is what I'm calling in. March is gonna be my freaking month. Like I'm ending February really strong. That is how you're going to come out of this challenge next week. So if you want the link to come and join that, I'll drop it into the Facebook group. But if just to remind me, send me a DM. Just say you want the link for the Scrap the Strategy challenge, and I'll send that to you. I've never done this in Slack before, but I just feel like your girl loves a voice note. This just feels like perfect for me, that I can dip in, and it won't even just be like one voice note. I'm going to be like dipping in over those 3 days, dropping down nuggets, dropping down bombs. So you're like boom, boom, boom. I'm also going to be giving you like tangible things to go away and actually implement so you can create results. One of the things that I had this brainwave when I was driving the other night around what I'm going to do on day 3. sorry, I'm just going to turn the car off, on day 3 was, well, I'm not obviously going to tell you what it is. And I was like, that is genius. That is so good, Tash. Yes, yes, yes. And it's really going to help you, wow, step into your badass self. Like, this isn't just about think positive thoughts and positive things will happen. No, like, I want to get you into that freaking hell baddie attitude, that attitude when you're like, this is absolutely happening to me. Like, I'm not playing small. I'm a leader. I'm going to share and show and pave the way for my audience. You know, I know that you have these ambitious goals to get to your business to 10, 15, 20k cash months. Like, I know you have that. I know you're freaking great at what you do. And I know there's stuff that's blocking you, which is the subconscious stuff. And that's why the title's a little bit sassy and spicy when I say scrap the strategy. Like, let's freaking work on what's actually going to change the game for you. So DM me that if you want the link for that. So let's go back to my goal. So as you know, my goal for this year is to hit 7 figures in my business, right? Big, fat, audacious goal. And I could have been, because I was in a room where other people also had this same goal, and they are a lot more nearer to 7 figures than what I am. And this is how I know that regulating my nervous system to this, rewiring my unconscious mind, I didn't give a shit. It like, the old Tash would have gone, oh, okay, let's think about this logically, right? So if she's already making 700k, her then moving that to 1 million is, like, she's got 300k cash that she needs to just add extra to that. She's already got the muscle memory of it, that she already knows she can make 600-700k, blah, blah. That would have been the old Tash. But from all the work that I've done, that to me just doesn't mean anything. It's like having the same attitude of, let's say when I was single for around, I think I was 1.5 years, everyone always said to me, are you worried that you won't meet somebody? Because backstory is, everyone used to say I was too picky. You're too picky, Tash. Like, you've got to lower your standards. I mean, it's like, I'm like the worst person you can say that to. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not lowering my standards. No, I'm not too picky. Picky equals single. No, it doesn't. It means you get what you freaking want. Be fucking picky. And I could have allowed that to enter my brain. I could have allowed that to consume me and go, they're right, maybe I should give this guy a chance. But there might have been, for example, one of the guys that I dated, on paper, like, perfect, if it even exists, but really perfect. But like, he was really good looking. He was driven, you know, he worked out, he had a good mindset, all of those things, right? But he didn't have a close relationship with his family. And just some of the things that he said, for example, about his mum, I was like, that's just not me. Like, I'm not like that. I just don't understand. And I just can't date someone like that. So that was one guy. Another guy, exactly. Oh, he was like perfect on paper. He spoke a second language, which I wanted. Really close to his family. Smart. He was handsome. He was very kind and sweet, like all the great things. But when I was around him, I didn't think that I didn't feel I could be myself. I didn't think I could be that geeky, silly Tash. I always felt that I kind of had to watch what I say. And yeah, I just didn't feel like I could be me. So yeah, then that wasn't going to work out. So I don't feel that was picky. I was feeling that I knew, even though my external evidence wasn't there, I knew my guy was out there. And I never used to see it as evidence when these dates didn't work out. I never used to go, oh, this didn't work out, I'm never going to meet the one. I'd be like, he's coming, he's here, I know it. And now all the evidence could have built up against that. And I'd be like, well, I've been on X amount of dates and I haven't met the one yet, or da-da-da-da. Or this person's just got married, or this person's just met someone, and this person went on 1 date on Tinder and met the one, and this person's been on 5 dates and met the one. Like, no, I didn't allow any of that to consume me. So exactly, why would you then allow that to consume you when it comes to making the money you want to make, building the success that you want to do? Like, why would it be one rule for one and one rule for another? Like, it's not. It's down to you to go, I am not going to allow anybody else to make me think or feel a certain way. I am going for my goal. This is my dream. I don't care if it's logic. Like, none of us, what we do is logical. None of us. Like, the money we make, the money we want to make, the fact that people pay us for information that's not inside of our brain, the fact that people pay us to be in our energy, the fact that people pay us for a service that you provide, like your gift, your talent, right? So let's say you're a website designer. That's a freaking gift. That's a talent that people can't do that. Like, I was talking to one of my friends last night, and she's a badass stylist, and she's like, yeah, but I just feel like it's it's not really a gift, it's just what I do. And I'm like, are you joking? The fact that how you can coordinate your outfits, the fact you can go into someone's wardrobe and they think it's like, oh, I've just got the same old clothes, and then you bring out these 5 to 10 banging outfits of all the stuff that was in my wardrobe. Like, this is a freaking talent that people pay for. So none of the work that we do is logical. So why are we expecting logical roots to it? Why are we expecting logical results? Like, I don't even like that word logical. It's just so boring, isn't it? Let's be practical. But nothing we do is logical or practical. So why are you holding yourself back from wanting those big dreams, from wanting those big cash months, from wanting to be able to have huge amounts of impact, from wanting to go from one-on-one to like scaling a membership or an online course or a program? Like, why are you holding yourself back? And how I do it when it comes to goal setting is this. I set a goal, which mine is for to hit 7 figures in this year, right? And like I mentioned, like, it's not like I'm close to that, but I'm going for it. Now, how I take away the pressure is this. It depends on your human design, is firstly. So if you don't know human design, I would definitely recommend doing that. It's a huge piece in Psychonscious Coach, actually, because I think the way you can navigate business and who you are in life all comes down to your human design. So it depends which kind of manifest you are. You can be someone that's really into the details of something, like being specific in, yes, this is what I need, or you don't need to be specific with it. So for me, the way I work is I like details, as in I might pick an actual, like, for example, I really want to go to like Bora Bora. I want to go to the Maldives Islands. Those, I'll be specific with that, but I might not be in the details of like, okay, it needs to be this date and it needs to be this hotel. Like, I don't need to be those big details. Like how I set the big goal, but I don't like go into the details of it's got to be done this way. I'm very open, and this is key. I take off the pressure on myself and not make it mean anything. So if I get to the end of this year and I haven't hit 7 figures in my business, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to feel embarrassed. I'm not going to make it mean anything about me, because I see it as it's going to happen in my lifetime. And to me, this isn't a short-term fix. This isn't about a get-rich scheme. This isn't about just give me shit tons of cash right now because I'm retiring next year. Like, this, for me, this is who I am. I'm playing the long game here. Like, this is about sustainability. This is about building something that outgrows even like the time that I'm going to be on this planet. Like, when I die, people are going to be like, oh my goodness, I worked with Natasha Clark. I done her Conscious Coach course. Oh my God, she helped me scale my business. Like, it's going to live on way beyond me. So why am I going to then constrict myself and put pressure on myself to be like, I've got to make the 7 figures this year? Because if I don't, what? If you don't, what? Then we go again next year? Is that really the worst thing in the world? Like, I don't break it down and go, right, if I don't make £74,000 this month and I don't do the same every single month, then how do I expect to hit 100k, right? So how do I expect to hit 7 figures? I don't do that. I just let it go, because how do you know what you're going to make each month? Like, what happens if, yeah, this month you done 10k, but what if next month you had a 100k month? Like, so don't constrain yourself with like, it's got to work and it's got to be like this. Let it freaking go. So I see it as, oh my goodness, wouldn't that be fun? I play with it. I'm curious around it. I don't make it mean anything. I don't say to my husband, oh, if I don't make X amount of money this month, it means I'm not going to hit my goal. It means this, it means that. No, it doesn't. Because back to the story of dating, I met Michael in the 21st of November, I met him. Yeah, like, this is how weird. So much can happen in a year. So that was in the November. He was going to meet my dad in the July, because it was, obviously I wanted to take my time, you know, I wanted to make sure. And he was going to meet in the July because he'd been invited to my cousin's wedding, which was going to be out in Ireland. Already excited. My dad died in the April. So, and then from that April, that following November, he took me to Paris for our 1-year anniversary and proposed. A year and a half after that, we got married. And then we've been together 9 years, and obviously now we've got Santiago. So my point is this. You can't sit there and plan that all out, right? Did I know that going on that one, actually didn't even go on a date, I met him out. Did I know that one night when I was out in Dirty Martini that I was actually going to meet the love of my life, the father of my kids, my soulmate, my husband. No, of course not. Did I know it was going to happen? Yeah, I knew I was going to meet the one. Like, there was just that knowingness. It's going to freaking happen. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm open to that. That's the whole magic of the universe, guys. Like, this is about co-creating. How boring if everything's going to be step by step and do it like this way. Like, there's no twists, there's no turns, there's no excitement. There's like, do you think like Planning Polly, Organised Olivia, like, would always do things the way you should do it? Do you think I would have thought that's crazy to get engaged in someone after a year, right? But crazy freaking works. I was a different person. Divine timing is a different thing that comes into it. Like, you got to be open to this, and it's got to feel right, and it did. So just as I'm not like, oh my God, I've got to meet the man of my dreams this year so that I can have a baby this year so I can then buy a house and I'm going to have enough money by this. But no. Just as you don't do that, you need to do the same with your business. You're the only one putting constraints on your life. You're the only one. And even if you feel like it's other people, stop telling them your goals. Stop telling them. So then they can't go, it's the end of the month and have you done it? Because I remember when I first started my business, I mean, bless Michael, he thought he was being really supportive. He was like, so have we signed a client? To me, that was pressure. That was pressure. Like, you're starting off in business. It's like the hardest part of business. I have to be honest with you. The starting off of your business is like the hardest part. You know, as you kind of grow, you hit the 6 figures. Like, it just all becomes a lot more easier. It does. They say making your first like 10K is so much more harder than making 7 figures. I'll let you know. Well, I already know that already now, right? But I'll let you know when I get 7 figures. So what if we were to surround ourselves in this energy, be surrounded with other people that are like, you know, go on, you can freaking do that. Of course you can. Like, I tell my goals to my girls and they're like, done. And I'm like, yeah, there's not a, oh, you're at this. Like, what, you want to do this in a year? Oh, that means that, no, don't entertain that. Don't entertain that. And if I get to the end of the year, I'm still cheersing. I'm still popping that bottle of champagne. We're still cheersing ourselves for the year and being like, freaking hell, we smashed this. We done amazing. And then I will list out the pages and pages of all the things that I'm grateful for that I did achieve, right? So my message is this for you. Dream freaking big. And if you've got a goal and you're like, yeah, I definitely feel I can do that, then make it bigger. Let it stretch you. Like, do you not think 7 figures stretches me? Of course it does. Do you not think at first I was a little bit scared about telling you? Absolute ego came massively out to play. What if you tell everybody that you want to make 7 figures and you don't do it? Because that could happen. But who's the one that's making me feel like a failure? I'm the one that's attaching an identity to it. I'm the one that's creating this equation in my head. And it doesn't exist. And if I know in my lifetime I'm going to get there, what does it matter if it's this year or next year? What does it really matter? Like, my clients don't come to work with me because of how much money I make. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, no one goes, I'm going to work with you because I know how much you have in your bank account right now. People come to work with you because your energy, come to work with you because your experience, come to work with you the results that you've created, the results that you've helped your other clients create. People come to work with you the way you show up, the way you articulate yourself, the way you sell your offers. It's all down to you. That's why people come to work with you. So stop worrying about, like, stop putting your focus on what if it doesn't work out? What if I don't make that money? What happens if I set these goals of blowing up on TikTok? Like, and that's another great example. At TikTok right now, I think I'm at like 200 followers, right? I know I'm going to pop off on TikTok. I just know it. I have this feeling. I don't know when. I don't know when. Every time I post, I don't go, oh, I see it as fun. I'm like, oh, let's put this post out there. Oh, I can challenge myself. I now post twice a day on TikTok. Very different content to Instagram, I just add. I used to be one of those people that just got my team to repost doesn't work. Next month, I've got some stuff coming out for you that you might really, really love. But anyway, that all to be revealed next month on that one. It's all to do with like the TikToks and social media and all those types of things. But my point is this. I don't know when it's going to happen. And I've put myself out there, and what happens if it doesn't happen this year? Does it matter? No. But I know it's going to happen, and I will do my part of it. I will post. I will work on the algorithm. I will make sure that I'm creating good, valuable content. I'll make sure that I do good editing. I'll make sure that I know what I'm writing in the captions. Like, I'll make sure I know my stuff. I study, I analyze, like, I make sure I'm doing my part of it. And then I know it will happen. So what I want you to do is dream freaking bigger. Stop worrying about the bullshit of what everyone else tells you or what you think that you should be thinking or dreaming or goaling. And what happens if it doesn't happen at the end of blah, 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 blah. Just get so laser focused on this is happening. I'm just going to do everything in my power to be able to create this. And I'm going to enjoy the freaking process, because every freaking day I enjoy it. Like, this to me is work. Okay. I got up, done my morning routine, worked out, dropped my husband to work, the baby at preschool, doing my call with you right now. Then I'm going literally into my spa for 90 minutes. Then I'm going to go home and check in more with my clients. And then I'm going to do some content creation, and then family night tonight with a beautiful bottle of red. So guys, create and be living out. Stop waiting until you hit 7 figures, 6 figures, 10K, 5K, 3K. Stop waiting until that point to live a life that you freaking love. Like, this to me is freedom. This already makes me a multi-millionaire. This what I'm doing right now, I used to freaking dream about. Being able to have the money to do this, being able to have the time freedom to do this, being able to run a business on my freaking terms. So stop waiting to celebrate something until you hit a certain milestone. Freaking celebrate it now. Amen to that one. Don't forget, if you want more of this, you want more of this power, come and join Scrap the Strategy Challenge. Send me a DM. I'll send you the link to join. Also, don't forget, new podcast dropped today. Of course, every Friday. It's there for you. I'm in literally your back of your pocket. Pop me into your ears and get off the call and feel motivated, feel inspired, feel like unstoppable. My client messaged me actually yesterday. Oh, beautiful soul. She was like, Tash, I don't stop listening to you in my car. Like, everywhere I'm driving, I'm listening to your podcast. I've got Pocket Coach. I'm listening to the replays of our coaching sessions. Like, I'm constantly having you in my ear. And I'm like, boom, that's what successful people do. That's what I do. If I'm not listening to myself, I'm listening to my coach. I'm re-listening to our coaching sessions back. I'm re-listening to audios that she's done, masterclasses that she's done, teachings that she's done. I'm constantly brainwashing myself for success. That is what I'm doing. That's what you should be doing too. So once you finish this live, maybe go back and listen to it. Pop me into your ears. Go for a walk. Get out in nature. Listen to the podcast, Tash Talks. Get yourself into... Oh, excuse me. Get yourself into the challenge for next week. Like, just consume it. Be in this energy and take freaking actions. Let's go, badass.